guys, welcome back to my channel. I have to just say, this is probably my 5th or 6th time trying to film this. I keep looking over here to make sure it's recording. First time, I had pepper in my teeth. Second time, battery died. Third time, camera just stopped. Fourth time, ran out of memory. So this is do or die. If this does not work, I am just not made to record a February favorites video. So moving on. I thought, oh, I have plenty of time to film a February favorites. No, I don't. It's already March. I can't believe it. February flew by and we doing this. So let's go ahead and actually do this. So what I'm going to be sharing with you guys today is a February favorites video. It was so hard to get this down to the amount of products that I have in front of me. I don't even know how many are in front of me. I think there's like 15, but it started off with like 29 and I was like, okay, that is a bit excessive. So I think it's about 15 products or so. I thought to make this fun and interactive, every time I say the word obsessed, you got to take a drink. So grab a cocktail, only if you're over the age of 21, disclaimer, over 21, take a drink every time I say the word obsessed. I can only imagine how many drinks you're going to be getting because I'm obsessed, drink number 1, with all of these products. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so the first product, maybe we should like take a drink every time I say the word obsessed and every time I snap. Just kidding. Anyway, so moving on. So the first product that I'm obsessed with is going to be this guy. So this is the It Cosmetics Bye Bye Under Eye Cream. I am obsessed with this stuff. This stuff reminds me of like a souffle consistency. It has such an amazing feel and texture to it. I am aging, whether I want to admit it or not, guys. I'm going to be 30 and I naturally squint, and I was told that it's the artist in me, but whenever I want to see like attention to detail, or if I'm looking at something and I'm really trying to figure out like what it is or what it means to me, I don't know, it's the weirdest thing, I squint. I have really horrible eyesight. I mean, I wear contacts, I wear glasses, but I squint all the time. So I'm starting to get a little bit of texture underneath my eye, especially on my right side. I don't know why, but anyway, I have been a little conscious about it, to be honest with you. And so I stopped using this for whatever reason, and so for the past 2 weeks or so I've gotten back on it and I've been using it consistently, and I've noticed that texture is definitely diminishing. It's a lot smoother. I'm not creasing underneath the eye. I have switched up my concealer as well, which we'll talk about in just a couple of moments, but ever since using this eye cream, I'm a lot brighter underneath my eye. The texture has definitely diminished. It just looks a lot smoother, and all of my makeup goes on a lot smoother as well. So I swear by this eye cream. It is so amazing, and when you put it on, the smoothness feels so luxurious, and it's almost a bit cooling as well to the touch. So I absolutely love this eye cream. I use it morning and night, but especially before I put my makeup on, I feel like it's one of the best concealer primers for me. So I totally recommend that. Okay, so let's just go ahead and move on in concealer. I had a moisturizer. I've been switching up my moisturizer, but I don't have one that I loved this month because I've been switching it up so often. So hopefully I'll have a March favorite moisturizer. We shall see. But moving on to concealer, I have to show these together because I have been using them together. So my holy grail concealer for the longest time was Shape Tape. I loved it. I thought that I would always love it, and I like it, but for some reason lately it has been creasing on me. So I have honestly been using this. This is a Wet n Wild concealer, and this is the Photo Focus Concealer. I'm shade Light Medium Beige, and so I'll use the same technique with this guy, and then I'll put a little bit of this. This is the Light Boost by MAC, the Prep and Prime, and I've used them together. I've used them separate. I'm not creasing. I do like to partner them because I feel like it brightens it up and it thins out the consistency just a little bit, and it just buffs out really well. It looks very airbrushed. It looks natural as well. It doesn't look too heavy or too cakey, and I never like when I look too cakey underneath my eye. I feel like it makes me look older, to be honest with you. And so partnering these together, it's such a great cocktail, and I've noticed like in photos I look super airbrushed and super smooth underneath my eye. So I totally recommend these. And this Wet n Wild concealer, maybe $2.99. I personally get mine at Fred Meyer, and it's such a great deal. And they usually have like buy one get your second item half off, so you definitely cannot beat that. I have it in a few shades because I like to contour with it, highlight obviously with it. It's such an amazing concealer, so I've been loving those. So moving on to foundation. We're still recording. Awesome. So You guys know I love my Milk Blur foundation. It is my holy grail. It is bomb.com. I'm obsessed with it. But I don't know where this little gem has been hiding, but I'm so glad that I busted it out of my foundation drawer because mama likey. Like, I knew I liked this foundation when it first launched. I love the creator, Rihanna. I mean, I love the color selection. But I have shared this in a couple of my videos. My skin is changing. I'm oily, I'm combination, I'm normal. I was a little bit dry at a certain point. I have no idea what's going on. But anyway, I have been using this, and through the changes in my skin, this foundation has been working for me, and I love the finish of it. I feel like it looks very natural, but yet there's not a lot of shine to it or a lot of like glow to it, if that makes any sense. And I also like that it's super buildable. So if I want a little bit of extra coverage in certain sections or just all over, I just stipple with my beauty blender, or I'll use a little bit more of a dense brush, and it gives me that extra coverage but without looking too heavy. If anything, it just looks even more airbrushed and even more smooth, and it's just amazing. And I forgot how obsessed I was with this when it first launched, and so I've been using this for probably the past week or so off and on with that Milk foundation, and it's hard for me to put this down, and I'm trying to put it down because I want to play with other foundations to see, you know, what I'm liking or what I forgot about, and it's really hard to do. So if you have not tried this Fenty Pro Filter foundation, I'm in the shade 260, and that's the other thing that I love about this is I love the color. I think that it matches me really, really well. I am a little bit more tan right now, and so I just feel like the color goes really well with my skin tone, and I don't have to blend it down or anything. So I definitely have been loving this month. Okay, so for contour, I've really gotten into cream contours. I'm really excited about this, but you guys know I love the Milk contour stick, which that was gonna make my favorites, but you guys already know that I like that. It's the matte bronzer, this guy here. So yes, I love that, but I've also, I don't know how I came about this. I think I was cleaning out my makeup drawers. I'm trying to get organized. Maybe doing a makeup room tour. Give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you guys would like to see that. But this is the Hot Sand Laguna Duo. It's called the Sculpting Multiple Duo. So it looks like this. And I've not even touched the other side, to be honest with you. I don't care for the other side, but it looks like that. So this is Laguna. I'll swatch the other side just so you can see. And I'm sure it's pretty, but I mean, I have so many highlighters. So this is Laguna, and then this one is called Hot Sand, which that to me doesn't really make sense. I don't picture hot sand and picture that color. But anyway, this contour, it's so nice because it's so easy to buff out. It's a little bit more on the warm side, so it definitely gives me some really great warmth and depth to my face, but without looking too cool tone, if that makes any sense. And I also feel like it has like a nice powdery finish. So if you don't want to have to set it and you still want to look a little bit dewy considering it is a cream, you don't have to set it. Sometimes I'll even just set it with like my Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. That's really hard to say. And it looks so gorgeous. It looks like you have this beautiful tan and this beautiful dimension, but we all know that it's product. So I have been obsessed with this. I don't know why, but Nars lately just killing it. I mean, this is kind of old, to be honest with you, but everything that I've been like busting out of my drawers that's Nars, I'm loving. So really excited that I found that. Okay, so moving on, of course, we have all of these amazing liquid products, but we have to set it, right? And I have featured this in, I think it was my January favorites video, but it's gonna make a February favorites video as well because it's amazing. Like literally, this is so awesome. This is the Clinique, I always forget the name of this because it's so weird. Clinique Blended Face Powder and Brush. So it does come with a little brush. I toss that brush every single time. I don't recommend it. I don't care for it. I have the shade number 3 Transparency. And so what I personally do, I feel like this does make a little bit of a difference. It's a nice little trick. Is I actually take off, I think it's called the sifter. I could be wrong. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure. Anyway, so it's like that little plastic lid that comes on top. I like to, I don't know if you guys can see that at all, but I like to have just the loose product handy. That way, if I want to dip my brush in there, I don't have to worry about that little sifter, that guard or whatever. If I want to dip my beauty blender in there, it's obviously a nice big area where I can dip and I'm not like limited due to that sifter. I really hope that that's what it's called. And I can get a generous amount of product. What I do, and I've shared this before, is I go in and I just pounce it all over my face to set it, and then I'll go back in and buff. Since it has a little bit of a tint to it, it does give me this blur-like effect. I don't want to say it gives me any more coverage. I feel like it just blurs out everything. So if you're worried that this is going to give you too much coverage and it's going to make you look too heavy or too cakey, it doesn't do that. It just makes the skin look very almost filled. I feel like it fills in my pores in the sense of they look smaller, they don't look visible, my texture looks very smooth and airbrushed. This stuff's amazing and it's super inexpensive. I think it's like $26.50. They have random prices and maybe they rounded it up by then because I've bought this honestly forever ago. So I absolutely love that. Okay, so moving on to highlighter. I know that I just bought this a couple days ago and I just featured it in, I think it was like a drugstore haul maybe, but obsessed, obsessed. This is the Makeup Revolution London collaboration with Soph. I don't think I've seen her. I'm assuming she's a YouTuber. I'm sure she's probably a huge YouTuber, but I don't know. I was watching, oh gosh, I was watching a fellow or another YouTuber and she put this on. I think she also featured it in like a drugstore haul and it looked so pretty. Literally, I paused the video, threw my phone in my bag and I ran to Ulta because I had to get this and it was the last one. It was meant to be. So I put a little bit of this on in the last haul that I did and guys, this is so pigmented. They're so buttery. They're so beautiful. They're amazing. Like honestly, they almost look, I'm going to swatch them for you guys. They almost look, these are the worst swatches I've ever done. They almost look a little creamy, a little wet. Like they're so gorgeous on the skin and the littlest goes so far. The littlest, the smallest amount goes so far. So I feel like you'll have this literally for so long, which is really nice because it is a collaboration, so I'm assuming it's limited edition. But if you guys do not have this and you like to highlight even just a little bit, honestly, I totally recommend it. I feel like it looks amazing in photos and it's such a staple, honestly, and I haven't even had it that long, but it is something that I'm obsessed with, so definitely give that a try. Okay, so moving on, this is my home girl. I love this girl. She does not know that I, what's wrong with me? I cannot talk. Okay, so moving on. This is my home girl. I love her. She doesn't even know that I exist, but I do love her. So these are the Eyelure and Nicole Guerriero lashes, now that I just embarrassed myself. They're so gorgeous. I don't know if you guys, yeah, okay, so you can see that. The photo of her wearing these, it's so beautiful. So I do actually have these on right now and I am obsessed with these. There's your drink. But I really love these because they're super fluttery. They are so comfortable. I'm not amazing at putting on eyelashes, I have to be honest with you. And I'll put the glue on these lashes and I'll just almost kind of lay it on my eye and I'm like, okay, cool. I guess I'm done. Like, it's super easy. I feel like you can literally just lay them on. They're so simple to apply and they're so comfortable. Even though they're fluttery, I don't feel them. And it's almost a little bit bad because sometimes like I'll want to take a nap or whatever and like I'll lay down and I'm like, I should probably really take off these lashes, but I forget that I have them on because you don't even feel them, which is not a bad thing. This is probably the, I don't know, 5th or 6th time that I've wore these exact pairs of lashes, and so you could probably get 10 to 15 uses out of them. I do try to take off the glue as careful as I can just to be safe because they are so fluttery, but I've used them quite a bit and they are still going strong. Like, they look brand new. I actually just went to get my nails done and this girl was telling me like she loved my lashes and whatnot, and I was like, girl, you've got to get these. I've wore these so many times, they're still going strong. And she was like, oh, I would have thought that they were brand new lashes, but they are not. I'm pretty sure these are like $8 or $9 and I got these ones at Walgreens, but I think sometimes you can find them at CVS possibly, but super, super amazing. So if you've not tried these, go get them now. Moving on. Okay, so I'm just going to talk about 2 brushes because I could talk about so many brushes. If you guys want to watch maybe like a Sephora favorite brushes or MAC favorite brushes or Morphe or drugstore or whatever, again, definitely subscribe and let me know down below in the comments what you guys would like to see in the future because I would love to do that for you guys. But I'm just going to feature 2. So I did not clean them. These are what they normally look like. So the first one is an eye brush, and this is the Morphe M433. And I love this one because it fits perfectly in your eye socket. You can use it to place, you can use it to blend. I also really like it because I normally wear eyeshadow as liner, especially on the bottom. So I'll go in and I'll place my liner with like a smudge brush, and then I'll go in with this and just fan it out, and it just looks really seamless, very dramatic and like smolder-like, and very blended. So I love, love, love this brush here. It's amazing. And then this one I actually got at Fred Meyer as well, and I think I got a Wet n Wild deal where it was like buy one get your second Wet n Wild half off. This is the P70 brush, and it looks like this, and it is a synthetic brush, and I've actually been using this to apply my Give Me Sun, which I think I forgot to talk about, so let me actually just grab it. So it's right here. This is Give Me Sun, and this is definitely a February favorite. This is their bronzer, but I just love it because you can warm up the skin tone and it never looks too heavy. It's a beautiful warm tint, and so you don't ever get like that gray-like effect, but it also doesn't look orangey, if that makes any sense. I feel like even when I'm more fair, when I'm more tan, I can still pull off this color, and I like how it's almost like a micro smooth technology. It looks very, I don't want to say it has a sheen like finish, but it definitely has a very natural finish to the skin, and it just looks really, really beautiful. So this is definitely a February favorites as well. But these two together, I've been using these for pretty much the past month, if not longer, and I have just been loving these together. So there's that. Okay, so last cosmetic item, I may have already talked about this. This is the little travel size. This is the Nars long wearing eyeliner in Via Veneto. I don't know if I'm saying that correctly, but I love this liner. It is retractable, and so I accidentally put mine in the sharpener because I forgot that it was retractable, but it is definitely retractable, so you do not have to sharpen it. But I love, I'm going to do a swatch for you. I love how pigmented it is. It is super creamy. It stays on literally all day long. I've been obsessed with this for a super, super long time, but I just forgot to talk about it in my January favorites. They do also have a really gorgeous bronze that I'm also obsessed with, but I lately have been wearing a lot of black, which is kind of interesting because I stopped wearing black for so long. But I'm really excited that I started to do it again because I feel like it looks really good on my specific eye color. I mean, black you can pull off with any eye color, but lately the looks that I've been doing, I've really, really been liking this. I've used that a lot. Okay, so last two items are actually not makeup related, so they're gonna probably seem a little random. I don't know if it already showed in the camera, but it is this right here. So this is I'm trying to show the full thing. I wish that I had the box, but it's in my closet over there. So anyway, this is it's a full-size keyboard, and I typically when I'm working, sometimes I work from home, but I work off of a tablet, and then I also work off of a laptop depending on what I'm doing. And my tablet I love. I have I think it's called like the Windows Surface or something like that. But I hate typing on a smaller keyboard, and I don't know why. I feel like I just prefer a full-size keyboard. And so I actually took this over to my mom's the other day when I was working. My sister came over, and they were both obsessed with it. Like, they were typing with it as well, and they were like, oh my god, I need a full-size keyboard. But if you have a tablet and you love it, but yet you just don't like that size of the keyboard, and if you notice, the keyboard is actually different. It has like a couple of the buttons in a different place. And I don't like that. I don't know why. It just throws me off. But I absolutely love this. And I know that it seems maybe a little bit ridiculous because it is a full-size keyboard, but I just throw it in my bag whenever I'm going to work or whatever it may be. And I just feel like obviously I can type much faster on it. I like that it's a real layout of a real keyboard. So totally obsessed with this. It's a little bit random, but honestly, if you are loving your tablet, or maybe you don't like your tablet, now that I have this, I literally have been using my tablet so much more, which is great because they're really not that cheap. So I'm excited that I got that. I think that was like $100 maybe, but it's totally worth it, honestly. I will list all the prices down below. I got that one from Best Buy. Okay, so last item, this is also technology related. This is my mouse that I use with my tablet as well. I can also use this with my laptop. This is, actually this one I think is just for my tablet. So this is a Surface mouse, and so it's flat like so, but when you want to use it, you just click it, and then you'll see, I don't know if you can see that, but there's a little blue light that will blink, and that means that it's on and that it's working. And so of course I'll just use it like a normal mouse. When I'm done, I can turn it off just by clicking it open like so, and it won't kill the battery when it's like this. I bought it with a battery, I believe, and I haven't had to refill the battery ever since. And I don't know, I've had this for probably over a year, but like I said, lately, now that I have that keyboard, that full-size one, I've been using my tablet much more, so I definitely need this because, you know, I use Excel, I use Word, emails, and all of that, and I definitely like to have a nice little handheld mouse. And what is better than this? Like, it's nice to travel with, super flat, doesn't obviously take next to no space, so I also have been loving that. So that is all of my favorites. Like I said, it was so hard to narrow it down to the products that I did show you guys today. I'm sure there are a couple others, but I really tried hard to get it down to what I have. Hopefully I had enough energy in this video. Like I said, this is like the 5th or 6th time that I have tried to film this, so I'm a little exhausted. Honestly, it's taken quite some time, so hopefully this was entertaining. I hope that you guys are obsessed with these videos. No, I'm just kidding. I just wanted to give you guys a nice little drink. But yeah, that is everything. I hope that this was entertaining. Thank you guys so much for all of your guys' support. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Also, if you hit the bell notifications, you guys will be notified anytime that I upload a new video. That way you guys don't miss any. And until next time, I will see you guys soon. Again, thank you so much. Bye.